Hello everybody, this is Yogesh. I'm here at the beautiful venue. I love this place and that's why I have chosen this for my full day seminar this coming Sunday from 9 to 5, where I explain or reveal the untold secrets and inside tips about the residential and commercial real estate. Using these tips, you can enhance or replace your earned income. I don't care how much you make, but you can definitely do that with residential and commercial real estate. If you make more than $250,000 a year, then I can help you reduce your taxes to 15% flat. You want to learn about those tips and inside secrets? Come attend this event in this Courtyard Marriott 9 to 5 this coming Sunday, and I'll see you there. Register here and then I'll see you there for the full day event. See you.
Before you begin looking for the perfect home, you should first assess your financial situation. Purchasing a home is difficult since it will continue to cost you after you move in. Make sure you have enough emergency cash to cover at least 6 months worth of living expenses. Today we're going to talk about building your dream house with financial tips and tricks. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 10. Vision is everything. All meaningless efforts and activities, not just saving, will not get you anywhere if you do not have a clear aim in mind. You will just remain in the same position and state for an extended period of time. As a result, when saving, you must have a specific goal in mind. The goal of saving is to build a dream home, but you may make it more specific by determining how much money you need to save over time. You must go out and calculate the income generated based on the overall expenses. As a result, you know how much money you need to raise and how long it will take. Number 9. Plan. Many times, money can be spent unknowingly and without explicit calculations. Furthermore, the costs expended may be the result of your desires rather than your needs. If this trend continues, building a dream house will most likely be wishful thinking and an unrealistic goal. As a result, you must consider and budget for each area so that you can manage your spending. Number 8. Don't forget to invest. Saving and investing are not the same thing. If you can save money but not double it, you can double the nominal value many times over by investing. Keep in mind that this is a long-term investment with results that will not be seen for decades. It does not have to begin with a high nominal amount. Any modest amount of money saved is still very advantageous. Number 7. Start simple lifestyle. A simple life might begin with purchasing what you require rather than what you desire. We frequently purchase a product because of discounts, promotions, or irrational urges that are not necessarily practical. If good condition clothes and shoes are still accessible, it is best to cease buying them and preserve the money for your home. Minimalism does not suggest that you never shop. Rather, it means that you become more conscious of your purchases. Invest in high-quality things that will last a long time. If you need new running shoes or work jeans, higher prices may not be ideal right now, but cutting back on frequent purchases may save you money in the long run. Needless to say, you reduce waste. Garbage trucks full of garments are thrown away every second. Number 6. Get organized before you start. Before beginning any significant project, it's critical to get organized and prepare a thorough plan and time frame. Building your dream home is no different. Before beginning the project, meet with all necessary parties to ensure that everyone's expectations are clear. Set specific goals and assign responsibility for various aspects of the project. Ensure that everyone involved is aware of a reliable time frame so that materials can be ordered 5 weeks in advance and invoices can be paid on time, etc. Get organized early to avoid delays and build your dream house with as little stress as possible. Number 5. Do your research. You must conduct research if you are to acquire your ideal home. It is critical to determine what materials and techniques will be required to finish the job. In addition to researching technologies that can improve workflows and save time, it's a good idea to seek the opinions of professional architects or engineers on the project. Seeking assistance from experts can help ensure that your ideal home looks precisely as you imagined it, ensuring that all of your hard work pays off. While creating a magnificent dream home is no easy undertaking, knowing what materials and procedures are required is essential. Number 4. Set a budget and stick to it. Setting and sticking to a budget is essential when embarking on the exciting path of building your dream house. Knowing how much you can reasonably spend before beginning the job is critical. It's easy to get carried away and overspend, especially with so many fantastic options available, but stick to what you know you can afford. Enjoy the process, and don't forget to indulge yourself along the way. But keep in mind that detailed financial planning ahead of time will assure a good outcome in the end. Number 3. Know when to hire professionals. Knowing when to hire pros when creating your dream home is critical. A trained contractor will keep jobs like plumbing and electrical work on schedule and execute everything appropriately. Specifically, many sought-after custom home builders in Edmonton advise hiring professionals for particular activities, such as working with hazardous materials or demolitions. When it comes to safety and quality, it's always a good idea to bring in an expert when things get tricky. It's critical to remember that any DIY endeavor involves some level of risk. Budget for additional costs after you've assessed the essential experience and tools, as well as time commitments. Specifically, the time and money saved by hiring expert help outweigh the hazards connected with doing the work yourself. Always do your research first so that you can make an informed decision. Number 2. Clear away debris and clutter during construction. Construction sites are littered with debris and junk nails, scraps of wood, half-empty pails of paint, you name it. However, this energy-sucking monstrosity will quickly slow down your project. Whether you're an experienced contractor or a first-time homeowner doing a renovation job, you must take the time to clear away dirt and clutter on a regular basis to retain focus and speed up the process. This will also provide you with extra space when your home begins to take shape. Everyone appreciates a clean work environment. If you invest in some organization and care during the process, you'll be grateful for the extra room later on. Number 1. Take breaks from the project when needed. Working on your ideal house can be exhausting and frustrating, especially when long hours and hard work are required. To maintain the highest possible quality of your final work, it is critical to take pauses from the job when needed. This will help reduce weariness and stress levels, which are normal side effects of working for lengthy periods of time and can jeopardize the project's success. Taking regular breaks will help you return to your job feeling refreshed and ready to face any problems that may arise while building your dream home. Building a dream house is a thrilling adventure that demands careful planning, research, and organization. Maintaining your deadline and budget is critical, but don't forget to take care of yourself during the process. When hiring qualified specialists, remember that it can make the difference between success and failure. There is no limit to what you can construct with your own hands if you have patience, devotion, and hard work. Good luck. That's a wrap on the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe.
Ever done anything really stupid with money? If you have, that makes you over 12. Almost all of us have. My wife Sharon and I started off with nothing when we first got married. Most people do, I think. And I started buying and selling real estate and I got rich. By the time I was 26, I was a millionaire making $250,000 a year. But I had done stupid. I borrowed too much money. Bank got sold to another bank, and some guy in another city looked down and said, there's a kid 26 years old, owes us millions of dollars. Let's limit this relationship, which is banker talk for ruin his life. They called our notes, and we spent the next 2.5 years of our life losing everything we owned. We were sued, we were foreclosed on, and finally we were bankrupt. I do everything backwards when I was becoming wealthy. So, 28 years old with a brand new baby, a toddler, and a marriage hanging on by a thread, we got the opportunity to start from zero again. Only I had to figure out how money works. Not what your broke brother-in-law's opinion is. How money really works. And I talked to old rich people. I didn't want to talk to young rich people. I'd been him. I didn't want his opinion. In business, we study successful people in a certain area, and then we emulate or copy what they're doing in order to have the same success they've had. It's called best practices. It's why you hire a personal trainer. They have abs and you have a keg. They know something you don't know. They do something you don't do. And so we learn from someone that knows something we don't know because they've actually done it, not have a theory about it. See, I don't really care what your theories are about money if you're broke. You're just arrogant and stupid. You live in your mother's basement and you write a money blog. Nobody cares what you think. Dave Ramsey doesn't understand the power of credit cards. Oh my God. Really, after 30 years, you're still writing that stuff? You've got to be kidding me. So we learned how to handle money. And we learned that money really is fairly simple. It's just hard to do. There's only about 4 or 5 things you got to do to win. You have to live on less than you make. You need to live on a plan, a written budget. You need to get out of debt, because when you don't have any payments, you have money. Your most powerful wealth-building tool is your income. You've got to learn to save and invest. And you can't do that when you're in debt, don't have a plan, and don't live on less than you make. You know why people don't put money in their 401k and their Roth IRAs? Because they don't have any money, because it's all going out the door in stupid butt car payments, and Sally Mae's got her own bedroom at your house because she's lived there for so long. This is pretty simple stuff, guys. It may be primitive, it may be easy to understand, but it is very hard to do, because it has everything to do with you changing your heart and the way you function and the way you live your life, and you live like no one else so that later you can live and give like no one else, because that's the last one. There's a high correlation in all of our data between people who win with money and those that are generous. Generosity is a key element in people who end up winning with money. And it's pretty simple. It's because generous people are attractive, selfish people aren't. They're ugly. Attractive people seem to get more opportunities in life. Would you agree? We all want to help someone who's attractive. I'm not talking about physically attractive, but they're likable. The person that holds the door for you versus the one that cusses you for doing it. The one that helps you pick up your groceries when they're rolling around the parking lot because the bottom fell out of your bag. That's a generous person. It might be a person who gives you some money because you're broke. You don't have money for food, or you're going through a hard time and they help you out. There's a high correlation between generosity and financial success. And it's not that financial success allows people to be generous. It's that generosity causes people to be people that are lovable, likable, more than selfish people. And they have a tendency to prosper. It's a pretty easy formula, really, if you think about it. And when you're out of debt, but Ramsey doesn't understand the power of credit cards. Yeah, I do. I've watched the power of credit cards destroy people's lives for years. I absolutely understand the power of a credit card. And I've watched stupid people write clickbait articles about me and other people saying how to use a credit card, the proper way to use a credit card, and credit cards are good for reward points. Yeah, I've never met a millionaire that said, Dave, I made all my money with airline miles. Dave, those Discover points put me over the top. That was my breakthrough financial moment. Never met a single millionaire, and I've met with thousands of millionaires. Never met one that said that. They all say, I can't believe people fall for credit card debt. I can't believe people continue to use these stupid credit cards. It's like half the population is dying of lung cancer, and everybody's standing around going, well, I guess cigarettes kill you. Well, no kidding. Unbelievable. The credit card is the cigarette of the financial world. It used to be cool. Everybody thought it was neat, and people are catching on that it ain't a good idea. Hello. This is not rocket science, people. Live on less than you make. Becky's on Twitter. Do you literally mean beans and rice, or is that an exaggeration to make a point? Becky, you've got to be kidding me. Do you really think people doing this plan only live on beans and rice? I mean, really? Of course not. It means lower your stupid butt lifestyle and quit spending money like you're in Congress is what it means. It means quit going out to eat. You're broke. It means quit buying the most expensive thing at Whole Paycheck over there and get your dadgum coupons out and have a meal plan and actually cook from scratch because it saves money, and don't go on vacation. You're broke. And don't buy that. You're broke. You have clothes in your closet. Stay out of the mall. Live on less than you make. That's what it means. You have to live on less than you make in order to pay off debt, in order to save and invest, in order to be generous. You can't spend more than you make and end up anywhere but in bankruptcy court. And people are doing it every day, everywhere. See, this stuff we teach here, folks, is not hard to understand. It's very hard to actually go and do it. Now, the stuff we teach here, and have for almost 30 years, is proven. It's no longer an opinion. It's not a theory. I don't agree with Dave Ramsey's advice, which would make you wrong. And I know you're writing a blog from your mother's basement. You're looking for clickbait using my name. I understand that, but you're wrong. And it's always humorous to me to see people who are broke on Twitter ragging on the advice that I give. Or a broke 26-year-old journalism student deeply in student loan debt writing an article about me. That's humorous because it's stupid. Here's the thing. Here's the advice that we give you. If you do these 5 things from the Bible and from your grandmother, they're called common sense, you will win with money 100% of the time. Now, I don't know exactly how long it will take you, and I don't know what win with money will mean, because I cannot predict your income, and I cannot predict the tragedy that you will have to overcome. But subject to your income to tragedy ratio, to the extent you do these 5 things, you will win with money. You will become wealthy in North America if you will do these 5 things over and over again. Number 1, you need to have a written plan, a budget. Jesus said, don't build a tower without first counting the cost, lest you get halfway up and you're unable to finish, and all who see you begin to mock you and say, this man began to build and was unable to finish. No one accidentally wins at anything. And you're not the exception. I don't like Dave Ramsey's advice. I don't give a crap. You're wrong. You have to do a written game plan with money or you're going to lose. Second thing is you got to get out of debt. Your most powerful wealth building tool is your income. And when you spend your whole freaking life giving your money to banks who fill up the skyline and have furniture nicer than yours, that makes you stupid. Get out of debt. When you don't have any payments, you know what you've got? Money. Do I care if you get out of debt? Yes, I want you to win. I want you to have a great life. But do I care if you agree with me? No. I don't care if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me about this money stuff, you're what's known as wrong. I've been doing this longer than most of my critics. They were peeing in their diaper while I was doing this stuff. They're wrong.
What a beautiful house, right? Have you ever thought about owning something like this or building something like this? Somebody had the vision to build that house, right? And also the neighboring house. What a beautiful house this one is. And we can also look at the house next to it. And if you have ever thought about building something like this or owning something like this, then you must be wondering how we can do that. Can I do that? It is possible. Come walk with me. So this beautiful house, this was built last year, within the last 12 months. And if you ever wondered how it was before, let me show you just across the street. This is how it was. A small house or a small house like this. But somebody had the vision to rebuild it. Of course, there was a reason they built it. There were numbers and all. And you might be wondering how I can do it. So you can do it too. But let me show you. This house is a smaller house. And if you just walk across to the next house, look at this beautiful house. So all these houses now are more than 1.5 to 1.2 or maybe $2 million houses. This mansion is more than $2 million. But somebody bought it for approximately $400,000, $300,000 last year and built it, maybe spent $500,000 into it and turned it into a major profit, right? So if you're interested in converting something like this into something grand and majestic and luxurious like this, and even better, if you can dream it, if you can imagine it, if you can think about it, if you can conceive it, then you can, and if you believe it, then you can do it too. So my goal is to help you own something like this or help you build something like this. So have you thought about, have you come across the trend? Simple trend. There was a simple approximately $500,000 house. Somebody converted into a 1.5 to $2 million house. So it's a no-brainer. Buy something like this and convert it into a mansion like this. And we have already identified some opportunities like this, which is where it is no-brainer that you find something like this and convert it into like this. How to get the funding, how to identify it, we solved it. How to get the funding, we solved it. How to get the contractors to build something like this, we solved that problem for you. So we give you all those things, and we have the expert realtors who will help you sell this house for a major profit.